everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for 2 years now. I gotta do some stretching after all the strenuous labor I did today. And after work I fell asleep for 3 hours in my car. Tomorrow I don't work. So I'll probably sleep in if you'll all allow that and give me that what's it called? That not gratuity, but that what is it called? What is it called if you give me that if you'll indulge me? No. What is it called? Like I'm saying tomorrow I may sleep in till like 3 or 4 in the morning because I don't work tomorrow. So if you'll all grant me that, what is it called? Indulgence? If you'll grant me that, no. If you'll grant me that latitude, nope. I don't know. I need to study words. Oh boy. Look how much I got at the food bank. $15 worth of stuff. I got popcorn, I got pizza flavored sprout snacks. I got walnuts covered in garlic parmesan. Even though I said I wouldn't drink protein drinks anymore, I realized, oh, maybe I should have one just like once every 2 or 3 days. Because even just eating, like this morning, I could barely do like 3 sets of push-ups and squats and a back workout. So maybe just the food bank. That's why it's all torn up. Like once every, I'm not going to drink one tonight. Also, next week, so today at the warehouse, I think, I couldn't quite hear, but it's been typical lately. We've gotten around 38,000 packages a day. Now that's spread through the whole warehouse. And, you know, it's not like I'm personally doing all that. But Monday, someone told me that we're going to have 52,000 packages. So I'm like, okay, I should have a little more food. I've been cutting back on food lately. I'm like, that's fine. I don't need a ton of food. But longer shifts, more work, it's like, okay, I could afford to eat a little more. I stopped eating my big breakfasts. I might eat a bigger one, maybe just with what I have here. I don't want to spend money at Jack in the Box for their, hello everyone. That luxury, I guess that's the word, Ashley. Get a massage, maybe a massage chair. I don't like people touching me. Happy life, you can't put it off till tomorrow. I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, it has to start right now. If you're not eating now, then consider yourself losing weight by burning calories. I'm just saying you can't have that mentality. It's not going to work. It's a tough thing to do, believe me. I'm not putting anyone down for struggling with it. I've struggled with it for years now, and years and years. And any little change in my routine throws me off, and it makes it harder to do and to be disciplined. And even today at the food bank, I'm like, nope, I'm not even going to get a little snack here because I'm not at my goal weight. This 140 calorie bag of popcorn, I'm okay with because I still didn't eat much today. I slept for like 3 hours after work. Knocked the hell out. Did some writing. Monday again, if you didn't catch that, we have 52,000 packages coming in. I think this week we've had around 38,000 most days, which only amounts to like a 7-hour shift or 6.5 hours, whatever, something like that. But I figure, okay, I'm gonna get more food. I took my earnings at the food bank, got a bunch of food, protein, walnuts with garlic parmesan so they don't have sugar on them. These like healthy sort of like pizza flavored seed snacks. They're very low calories. It's 150 calories in 20 pieces of these. This is a little high in sugar. It's because of the dates in it. No added sugars. But dates and peanut butter because I need to eat quickly in my car. I can't, I don't know, get a bunch of ingredients. I would barely have time if I wanted to drive to a fast food restaurant, go to the drive-thru at, around 6 in the morning when we get our lunch break. So I need to make sure I eat enough, but I'm trying to make it more disciplined now, and not trying to do the breakfast at Jack in the Box. So I want enough for I don't know what else I got. I got a few protein drinks, but I'm not having those every day, or I was having 2 or 3 a day before. I'm like, not doing that. Oh, I'll have this now. I did get this from the food bank, antioxidant. I don't know how healthy it is, but 7 grams of erythritol, no sugar, or 1 gram of sugar, 5 calories. So it's coconut and lime flavored, so why not? And chia seed, 100 calorie chia seed bars. It's got good fiber. I got a lot of chia seed stuff, including, I won't get the bag out, but almost like a smoothie mix, a bunch of chia seeds that I'll put a spoonful in my oatmeal in the morning just to have more fiber and, I don't know, omega-3s or whatever. Hey, Moist Andy. We're brothers in Warehouse Arms, linked across the country. My skin feels on fire just from, I don't know, from straining myself. Also, I'm a little older, and I don't know if that makes a difference, but Moist Andy says, this week I've been trying, and Moist Andy, if you don't know, everybody works in an Amazon warehouse. This week I've been trying 10 grams of creatine per day. It's mixed with beta-alanine, so my tingly skin is on fire. They have a bunch of whey protein at the food bank. I'm wondering if I should get it. Do I even really need it? I don't want to mess up my, have too much protein or have stuff that's potentially cholesterol raising. So I'm like, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I don't really need it unless I feel worn out. This morning, I suppose I was a little, because it was a struggle just to do 3 sets of push-ups. I spent my paycheck on masks like this, got from the food bank, and a bunch of food at the food bank, because it's pretty much all healthy stuff. 140 calorie, okay, popcorn bag indulgence, but it's sweet too. It's nice. How much sugar? Holy crap, 8 grams of sugar in the whole thing? I didn't realize that. I'm trying to have a little more food, but be more controlled about it than when I started the job, the warehouse job, because next week we're supposed to get a ton more packages, like 14,000 more than we've been getting. So I think we've been getting around 38,000 a day. Now Monday, I heard we're gonna get 52,000. So it's just gonna mean a longer shift, which good. I need the money. Put me on. But I need to just eat a little bit more, because if it's a longer shift, I won't have time. We probably won't have a second lunch break unless it goes really long. So I just want to have a little more food, be a little more ready. And tomorrow I go to the Red Cross. I donate blood, and I partly want to do it because when you donate blood at the Red Cross, I checked this, they do it everywhere. They test for antibodies for the Trump virus. That way you can see if you've ever had it before. Because I want to know, just to know, but also to know, okay, should I screen for any other issues, like heart issues, which can come up after you get the Trump virus? That would be scary. Also, one of the employees got the Trump virus. We just got a company-wide email, I guess, or warehouse-wide email. So great, and it's one of the group of employees, or it's, I don't know if technically not an employee, but a contractor who they often don't wear masks, and it's a problem. They could spread it through the warehouse. Yeah, my paycheck automatically goes into my bank account. Just direct deposit. Hey, Joshua. Hello, Fergus. I've seen plenty, or a reasonable number of people out, like once in a while, like protesting the shutdown, protesting for Trump. But I'm in the valley. You don't see a ton of that. Like I saw some in front of Starbucks, like Trump supporters, and I see. Oh, it was so funny. Seeing a Trump supporter, like the day he the day of the election and knowing this loser must be so dejected or angry or amped up or whatever. And also, speaking of amped up, the cocaine user, Donald Trump Jr., just got tested positive for the Trump virus, as well as Rudy Giuliani's son. But, no, I've never really encountered one. And, like, anyone saying that or making a comment about it, if they did, I suppose I'd just say, look, I wear a mask anyways because I have allergies, so this helps with that. You know, I don't care about arguing with about the Trump virus, but no, nobody said anything. Do I believe there was voter fraud? Yes, actually. So, for instance, Trump sent an email out to his followers asking them to send in mail-in ballots after the election. Well, if those were counted, that would be illegal. So yes, there was some Trump was trying to agitate for. Also, if you count voter suppression as fraud, yes. So basically, like in Texas, where they were shutting down polling stations in primarily black neighborhoods, where there were people potentially intimidating voters, the Trump fans out with their rifles and stuff, potentially. Where they're trying to, Republican officials are trying to throw out ballots, like just stop counting votes, like election day, and just, oh, Trump's ahead, stop counting. But in the other states where Trump's losing, they wanted to keep counting. So yeah, in that respect, it happens. Yeah, exactly. And like, where was it? Like, I guess Thailand or Vietnam? Or maybe both those countries, they pretty much stopped the thing because people wear masks anyway. So when they told people to wear masks, they just did it. Camry's running great. I'm like 700 miles overdue for an oil change. I'm going to get it Monday. And a tire rotation. I've been adding new oil. I should check it again because it burns a little bit of oil, but it's dirty, so you know it needs to be changed. I'm not driving that far though. I have my sparkling antioxidant infusion Bai Bubbles, Waikiki coconut lime. Also from the food bank. I love shopping at the food bank. I hate going to the grocery store. It's so expensive. And it's pretty good. I don't really have the money, but one of my favorite filmmakers, entertainers, comedians, actors, stunt performers of all time, Harold Lloyd, was in a film, The Freshman, a very famous one, in 1925, where he plays a college freshman, getting on the football team, constantly gets knocked around, all kinds of funny gags. It's playing at a drive-in theater in Hollywood tonight, and his granddaughter, what's her name? I'm trying to remember now. I've read her name so much because I follow the posts, and they post a lot online, which is great. What's his granddaughter's name? Somebody look up Harold Lloyd's granddaughter's name. Something with an S? Sandra? Sally? No, that's not it. But she's going to be there at a very limited drive-in screening of The Freshman tonight, and if you pay for the VIP tickets, which are like $125, you get a poster of The Freshman, I think, or a pin of The Freshman, and a poster of Safety Last, and then a poster of, I think, The Gold Rush, the Charlie Chaplin movie. And they shout you out, or just $75 for regular ticket. I would have loved to go there. They have a live organist. I've seen Harold Lloyd films in person before with live musical accompaniment, but I was like, $75 and money, and I'm dead tired lately. Like tonight, I'm staying up late. I've been going to sleep too late. By like 5:30 or 6, I need to go by like 4 because today I slept 3 hours after work. But it was $75. I'm not gonna do it. America's Tire? Oh, that's interesting. Suzanne Lloyd. Yes, I knew it was with an S. So she'll be there discussing the movie too, or whatever else, you know. I'm like, damn, I wish I could be there. I want to see a drive-in movie. But when I get more money, I'll see one. I'm sure there'll be opportunities like that. But I was like, in a way, I should have. I really should have. But 75 bucks. I was like, well, I'll wait. I really don't have much money right now. Right. And it would be starting in 5 minutes, the earlier showing. And I'm up at 12:40 most mornings. Tomorrow I have the day off. Even so, sleeping in for me is like 3 or 4 in the morning. Like I want to sleep right now in a way. But I'm getting closer to my goal of getting my film gear and getting screenwriting courses and just doing a lot. I gotta keep losing weight. I've been losing weight quickly. Oh, and LA or California now, I guess, has a statewide curfew. Or is it California? It's only in the counties in the purple tier, which LA is in. Curfew, you can't be out from 10 at night to 5 in the morning unless it's an essential thing. I'm not sure how much they really enforce it. My company, they sent out emails to everyone that supposedly you can show to the police if they pull you over saying you're an essential worker. I'm not even sure what that counts for. I mean, anybody can write an email, but anyways. But yeah, I don't like watching movies tired either, and it would be a long drive in a way, and I don't want to add a bunch more miles to my car right now. It needs an oil change, so it's fine, I'll do another one. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting question. If I had $50,000 budget to be spent on filmmaking gear, what would you buy? I don't have in mind $50,000 worth of gear. I have really in mind like 10,000 or so, or 15,000. I would look again into what cameras are available once I have some money. But for now, I've been interested in the Blackmagic 6K Pocket Cinema camera. Beautiful picture. I've seen it side by side with big cinema red cameras. You can't really tell a difference with the image. Red cameras are great. I've gotten to use them with some of the people who are like run red and work with David Fincher as a liaison and stuff. I talked to them stories about working with him. The guy said he loves working with him. He just like knows his stuff. But maybe that. And also the thing is, I guess when you have a bigger camera, you can get more money on set. Generally, even though it's kind of a waste, you don't like need it for a lot of productions or commercials or corporate videos. When they see a bigger camera, they're willing to pay more in a lot of times, or you can charge more. But maybe Blackmagic's camera, some lenses. Lenses get pricey, way pricey. I can get some cheap ones probably, but then the issue is getting more expensive ones. Then you need memory cards. Then you need like a big V mount, because the batteries life is terrible. So you need a big like V mount, like an external battery that you hook up that's massive like a brick. Maybe a few of those. Then I want new like microphones, maybe my own sound gear, maybe learn some sound mixing, like sound recording too, so I could work sound on set. Maybe I'm not sure how, like, because some stuff it kind of doesn't make sense to buy, like dolly track and stuff. It's like you can rent that because you got to store it too. But also I could rent red cameras if I wanted to shoot something on it. But some lights, I would think, definitely. Some like panel lights, sort of like whatever, big kind of bank lights, whatever, like all LEDs. And the other big thing is a very powerful laptop, or I don't know, if I ever have a home, really I'd want a desktop. That would be best, a powerful desktop, and that way it's easy to swap out parts on it and upgrade it. But with the Blackmagic, you need a ton of hard drive space for all that footage. You need a fast computer, and then I'd want to upgrade all my video editing software and learn some new tricks on it, and color grading as well. So that right there, that could easily put me at $10,000 or more, which really is kind of a good deal. The lenses can, get as expensive as you want to get them for. I mean, they're incredibly precisely made. They're incredibly high powered for a good one, and like the tolerances are minute in them, so they need to be made extremely well, and they get really expensive. Now you can get cheap ones that look great. I've shot stuff that I thought looked great, like when I was doing fashion videography, and none of the lenses cost more than like maybe 50 or 60 bucks. But that was also in part because there was so much production going on. I mean, with the stage, the models, the wardrobe, the hairstylist, the makeup artist, that's easily like tens of thousands of dollars in front of the camera. So it makes a big difference. Yeah, I'm not sure. Here's the other thing. If I would want a second camera, what would I get? Would I get another Blackmagic? Or would it be worth it to get something else? I don't want to just buy stuff because I think it's cool. I want to make sure it's worth it and it could last a long time. So the 6K with all that resolution, that latitude, you got so many options. It's somewhat future-proofed in a way. But I'll see. If I have the money in 4 or 5 months, I'll look what's out then and what's affordable too. But really, the thing is, even a Blackmagic 4K camera, it'll probably do just about everything I need. So it's not a huge issue. Really, the issues I'm just as interested in are how reliable is it? Does it have any bugs, issues? Does it shut down? Does the battery last long? Does it have any other problems, like you fill up memory cards too fast, all that stuff? Yeah, I'll spend it well, Logan. Oh, hopefully I spent it well? Yeah, I did. I got a bunch of food, basically. I didn't really spend my whole check. Look, I got to do a little song and dance out here and get your attention with some attention-grabbing video titles. Damn, that's good. Coconut and lime, antioxidant, sparkling drink. No sugar, although I'm not sure what erythritol is. I'm sure that's probably not good for you. Oh man, I slept for 3 hours after work today. I'm very familiar with that quote. And I like it a lot. I mean, it's weird. Everything filmmakers say in a way about directing is kind of enigmatic. Because you could take one story and make it rework the script and make it a bunch of different ways, and it might be very interesting. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, what are two versions of a similar type of story that are completely different? Okay, I'll say, actually, I can think of one. One, Dr. Strangelove, a story about nuclear war and the end of the world. That's a dark comedy, and Stanley Kubrick directed. And another, Failsafe, directed by Sidney Lumet, starring Henry Fonda, about a president facing a miscommunication with Russia, where they're facing nuclear annihilation as well. But that's done as a one-location drama. That's very good, too. Both told very differently. I mean, they both had, okay, black and white photography and stuff, but very different. So, I mean, I guess so. Like, what I like about Fincher, like, to me, his movies made me want to make movies. It's like, oh, that's what movies should look like. It shouldn't just be put a camera there and let stuff happen in front of it. He's composing like an architecture to where each shot builds on the last shot, and there's a choreography. Like, if someone moves here, there's a shot planned where something will happen in the same continuity of the shot, whereas especially now with I guess more digital filmmaking, they're just constant cuts for no reason, and you lose the performance of an actor. I knew it. Artificial sweetener. I'm gonna pour this out. I'm not even gonna finish it. And I think David Fincher, by the way, it's just so interesting listening to him talk. His vocabulary is so great. The way he makes allusions and stuff and metaphors. He doesn't speak like anyone else I've heard talk. Wow, you start your job in a warehouse. Aches and pains, yeah, I've had a little bit today. It's getting much better, slightly in my left shoulder blade, but when you do this stretch, I've learned that a while ago. It helps. Like, try and make your shoulder blades touch in the back. You can't make them do it, but it's like when you try and do it, it helps with that. The kind of pinched nerve in the shoulder blade. Also, my left leg, a little bit of this aching spot. I just try and stretch, massage. Also, I found great TMJ exercises because I've been clenching my teeth so bad. It hurts my ears and stuff. It's great. My head feels so much looser. I just got to keep doing them every day. It's basically all you do with them. You have muscles in your face like here, where your jaw opens, and then up here on your forehead. It's basically like loosen those up, massage them, and also don't hang your head forward so much. Like that strains your jaw too. So like try and stand up straight. Another thing I do that helps a lot at work, it's called the vacuum like the vacuum pose. Bodybuilders do it. So it's you suck in your stomach, you make your chest stick out, and what it does is straightens your back right away. I'm like, oh, this is such relief. And sometimes I can feel my back cracking from it. So it helps because it's hard to like make your whole body stand up straight. That can make you strain especially when I'm lifting heavy stuff a lot. But if I just do this, I don't have to strain a bunch. Just suck in my stomach, put my chest out. It makes my back. It takes so much. It like makes my back relief so much. 12-hour shifts? Damn. What kind of warehouse? Oh my goodness, you had the Trump virus too. Did you have symptoms for just a week? By the way, Jeffrey, try not to exert yourself for a few weeks after, if it was recently, after COVID, or the Trump virus. Sorry, that's the old word for it. Because I heard it can damage your heart. I'm not trying to scare you. It's not everybody who gets it. It's a minority so far, what they've seen of Trump virus patients, but it can. You should lay off exercise for a while. That's why I'm getting blood tests tomorrow with the Red Cross. They test for antibodies to see if I've ever had it, and maybe I'd consider getting more screenings and stuff. I don't seriously worry about anything, but I just want to be sure. And if you get your blood donated at Red Cross or a lot of other places, apparently they test for antibodies, so you can see if you've ever had the Trump virus and you just didn't know it. Because a lot of people are asymptomatic, and it doesn't always show up as positive on Trump virus tests. I just tested negative for it. And they also want to test to see if you're a good fit. If you have antibodies, you're a good fit to donate plasma. And I think, at least in LA, I can get money for donating plasma. So it's kind of annoying. It takes like an hour to do. I tried it once, but I didn't drink enough water beforehand, so they couldn't get much out of me. But in LA, I think, well, I don't know. I've read misinformation. I tried it in Virginia, and they just gave me like a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts, but they might give money in LA for it. So, and by weight. So if you're over 150 pounds, it might be like $35. I don't know if that's up to date or accurate. I'd have to see, but if they do that, hey, I'll take the money. Break the loop. What do I think of Jane? I don't like to make big sweeping pronouncements of anything. I say in general, you got to treat people well. You have to treat them with respect. I don't know James Cameron personally. I've met someone who worked with him who said, here's the funny thing he said about it. James Cameron, yes, he's very stringent. He demands a lot. He tried to kill Ed Harris on the set of The Abyss. But he said the problem with James Cameron when he gets mad at people is he's always right. He'll say like, oh, you know, you guys got to do this or whatever. And they'll say, oh, man, it's easier for that department. They can do, and he's like, bullshit. So that's a problem. That he said is a problem when you're dealing with him is he knows his stuff. I bet, you know, make up your own minds about it. I'm not trying to give my judgments on everything. Directors are just people. Don't look at them as so high above everyone, even though I do revere directors. But they're just people. A good director generally will support everybody, treat them respectfully, prepare them. Wait, does the Trump virus cause hearing loss? That's a new symptom I haven't heard of. Yeah, all kinds of symptoms. Let's not get into all this stuff. Just look, aside from masks, because there was that study recently, I guess in Denmark or something, what it showed was mask usage works if everybody does it. It doesn't necessarily prevent you from getting the Trump virus, although I've read in several places that it can make it much less severe because less of the germs get in you. They get filtered out by the mask. So it's not perfect, but it can help even at that. Also, if you don't feel safe about that too, get a face shield. This diner I went to today, oh my goodness, they rip people off. I saw face shields advertised $8. You could go next door to a dollar store and get them for like $2. But I have a face shield I wear at work now because I don't trust people, and lots of people don't wear masks there. Trump virus, that's the new virus that's going around that's got the country shut down. That's killed like 250,000 people in America. Oh, and I took my facial cream. It's not even a cream. This pomegranate whatever cleanser or something. Man, it feels like my face has a shower. It smells so sweet. It's weird. I wouldn't normally talk about this stuff. I got it from the food bank. That's why it's all taped up. I put duct tape around it because the packaging was damaged. It already had tape on it, but it needed more. It was like leaking. It smells like orange, grapefruit, like, I don't know. It smells so pleasant. And it's like a clear gel, and I rub it on my face and rinse it off at the water fountain at the park. It feels like my face has a shower, like every time I put it on. So when I'm done with this, I'll take off the tape to see what's the name of this stuff. Brightening Cleansing Gel. Pomegranate, blackberry, and acai. 100% vegan, 0% pretentious. Well, you just blew that claim. But it's good stuff, and I don't know how much it costs in regular stores, but maybe I'd want to get it anyway, because it's just, man, it's like shower. That's right, Jake Tapper from CNN here. Thanks for watching. Wow, UK viewer. Hello, sure, I guess. Sergeant Kitavel. We have a sergeant from the military. Wow, thank you for your service. Hello from the UK, 1:42 a.m. Sergeant Kitavelli, do you ever watch Jay Foreman? I was watching some of his videos today. Hilarious, informative stuff. A lot of it about London's geography and history. He does stuff about the world too, the world in general, but it's always like maps, or he has a show called Map Men on his channel. It's always very funny, and a lot of work goes into his videos. He says it can take like a year to make one of his videos. But anyways, check him out, everybody. Jay Foreman on YouTube, British YouTuber who makes funny, like informative videos about London's history, neighborhoods, transportation, and as well as stuff about the world. I saw a video today he did about why the time zones are arranged the way they are. I got it. My mom's, I was like, what the hell's this notification? My mom's calling me. She can wait. You know? Oh, shit. Also, oh, this was scary. Those Christians from the church nearby tried coming to my car to give me food today. It was funny. Around 3 in the afternoon, I looked at my clock. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They're going to be out today. It's Saturday. Who come around giving food by the park. And I was just parked there, you know, riding in my car and or recovering from my 3-hour nap after work. And I was like, oh crap, they're going to be around today. But I thought they'd be around maybe at 5 o'clock or so. Around 3:43, I see out the corner, like I had in front of the windshield, the sun visor, but I could see out the corner. I'm like, oh, I see people congregating, and I see those bags of food they have. Like I wasn't trying to look out the window or anything, get their attention. I'm like, I see them. I'm trying to write, trying not to panic, and then they break out. I'm like, oh shit! Like it kind of startled me. I'm like, they're coming right for me. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't want to deal with these weirdos, these fanatics coming out. I just cannot accept food from people like that. I don't mean just people like that. I just don't like accepting food on the street like that. But they were coming over to me, and first of all, no masks. But they didn't have masks on. And it said, hey man, you want some food? I didn't even look. I just stuck my hand up. I'm like, no, thanks. I didn't even say thanks. I said, no, I don't want any. And they left me alone. But I noticed this time it was only, well, last week it was like 8 people. I'm like, oh my goodness, they can surround me like velociraptors in Jurassic Park. I'm like, there's nowhere to go. I'm trapped like a rat. But this time it was just like 3 men and a young boy, and I think those were good odds if I could fight them if I had to. Oh my goodness, Jake Tappert, $50. You get the purple tier donation. That's good, Happy Life. Happy Life just did 50 push-ups. Seriously, YouTube does take like half of it. I got $120 in donations from Chaotic Canine Culture. Very nice guy. I met him at the YouTube space. He's got like hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, and he donated to me on Super Chat. I looked at my analytics from that day. I made $60 on that video, or 59 some. So YouTube took like half. What's up, Mark? But thank you, Jake Tapper. Oh, and Jake says, happy Thanksgiving. Take care of yourself and tell your mother we still think of her. Yeah, I just hung up on her because she tried calling me during the live stream, but I'll call her back. Thank you. Hey, Mark Ivy. What do you got? What's that first eye? Oh, a cat in a box. Mark, these Christians, man, they keep coming out of their church. They just spread out like velociraptors into a field, and they try and give food to people. It just freaks me out. I cannot accept food from people coming up to my car like that. I don't care how poor I am or how hungry. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at the food. I don't want to ask what it is. I just don't want anything. And also, I can't stand that they're Christians and it's part of their church outreach, and they probably use it in their fundraising advertising too. And it's like, well, why don't you separate this from what your church does? And they weren't wearing masks. And also, I don't want them preaching to me at all. But last week it was like 8 people. So it's like, oh, I was surrounded. This time it was like 3 men and a young boy. So I'm like, okay, if I have to fight them, I think I can take them. All of them. Yeah, thank you, Jake. Again, Jake Tappert from CNN coming through for me. Jeffrey, they want you to drive a forklift at work? That might be more money. And also, it's a cushy job, isn't it? Damn, I see those guys with forklifts at my job. I don't know how much they get paid. I keep forgetting to ask about that. I want to ask about training on those. They offer training for it. I want to see if it pays more. I know they probably want me at the position I'm in. One of my coworkers, a lot of people have not been at my job for a long time. Shows you they have a lot of turnover. But he said, he was today after work, he's like, hey man, like nobody, he's only been there like a month and a half. He said, no, I've never seen the area you work that neat. Like, I organize stuff well. I move very quickly. I don't try and strain myself now. I sort of try and know my limits. And he said, man, stay back there if you want, you know? I said, oh, that's good to hear. I will. I forget why I talked about that. Oh, so it may mean they just want to keep me there. Because everybody else, you know, it's like, I don't blame anyone for it, you know? I'm in decent shape. I've already been working out. Well, 1 year of that working out was very crappy. But the last 8 months or so, working out in the mornings at the park, I've been doing it much better than I ever did at the gym. So it's like I'm in decent shape, and, you know, I know why I want to do it. Other people, I get it. Like, not everybody, you know, it's a strain for people. So they just put boxes where they can and sort it out later. Me, I try and neatly stack everything, move quickly. Those people I worked with who are yelling at me, they can drive themselves crazy now because they can't say anything to me. I asked the manager about it. They're like, yeah, they're not supposed to say anything. We got to talk to, like, he's like, don't even talk to them. You can ignore them. They can drive themselves crazy. And one of them is just, she was screaming at me. But she is just miserable, it seems, because she was like, first of all, a lot of time just standing around doing nothing, and can clearly see I'm very busy, and I'm helping other people with their sections. And once I quit this job, I'm going to forget all this stuff. I don't care. But she would yell like, "Ah, you got this mixed up with my packages," and I would just start ignoring her. And anyway, but I would see her like just miserable, like grab a little package, like a small one, like whatever, I don't know what's in there, some, like a hand size thing, and just like peg it at the ground. I'm like, good, she can drive herself crazy. Yes, I do have good knee pads now. The old ones I had, they were so cheap the Velcro tore off. That's cool, Jeffrey. Hey, that one kid. Dude, the knee pads, if you're working a conveyor belt, knee pads are essential. Even if it saves you one banging of your knee a day, it's worth it. And they were only like $6 at a dollar store. What time is it? 5:51. Dear goodness, so late. I'm thinking of getting like not just a face shield, but like a whole, like gas mask or something. But I want it to be good enough to protect against coronavirus. Sorry, that's the old word, the Trump virus. I want to wear that at work because a lot of the people there don't wear masks, and I'm in close contact with them. So even with the face shield, I'd rather have my face secured in, like with a gas mask. So I know they're kind of pricey, but I want to make sure it's one that actually is useful for this. I don't just want like a construction thing for a construction worker that just filters out dust. Well, I mean, I get it why you'd look down on a warehouse job. It's entry-level work for a lot of people. Doesn't pay that well. It's hard work. It's back-breaking work in a lot of cases. You may not be respected. You may be belittled. It's tough. Oh, I got good gloves. They actually give us gloves, so that's a good thing about the job. Hey, Ren Strike. There's no way I'd be carrying like hundreds of boxes a day without gloves. But that's a good thing about the job. They provide the gloves. And they're comfortable gloves, too. Damn Christians freaking me out at the park every time. What's it going to take for them to leave me alone? Do I have to like cover myself in fake blood when they come up to me? And my hands would be like, oh yeah, give me food, and smear my hands on the window. Dude, you know it, Rent Strike. I took a massive one today. That's true. Hey, that reminds me. You said put a sign on my car that says no soliciting. That van guy who would paint his van, I don't know if any of you were watching back then, but a few months ago in the summer, this guy would park his van by the park and paint it with house paint, brushes and rollers. And he would paint the tires, and he would get paint all over his windshield. One day he had a sign in the window, and I thought, oh, is the van for sale? It said no trespassing on it. I'm like, what the hell is that doing there? That was bizarre. The van went away, and so did Van Guy. He will live on in our memories. But I took an absolutely enormous dump today. It was, oh my goodness, I thought like I was done like 4 different times, and then I just kept going and going. And I've been going every day for like 3 days now. It's amazing. What is it, the beef jerky I'm eating? Tell them I'm Mormon or Jewish? That's funny. How about Satanist? Or will they try and preach to me then? Oatmeal's good, but I've been eating oatmeal every day for years. Where'd that come from, Jeffrey? You said, yep, and my girlfriend... Oh, you were responding to something I said, and your girlfriend broke up with you yesterday? Yeah, you're free. Was she a Trump fan? Yeah, I should say, look, I'm God. You're all practicing a wrong religion. So please, you're going to incur my wrath. You're making me angrier every time you practice your religion. Okay, I said I would not finish this. I won't. Because it's got artificial sweetener in it, so no more of that. And I should have something else to eat. What should I have? A protein drink? I'm probably deficient on protein. Or I'll just have some walnuts with omega-3s in them. Taking fish oil pills now. I'm taking vitamin C and zinc for my immune system, just in case. I don't want to get sick. Not just the Trump virus, but anything. It's because I don't want to miss any work. I mean, that would be bad. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to keep wearing a mask, like in winter months, even after hopefully this pandemic is gone. And maybe even a face shield, like when I go to the grocery store, or maybe other stores, because I don't even want to get the flu. I had the flu last year. It was, oh my goodness, it was miserable. I was in the emergency room waiting 12 hours because I was getting worried, like, is this getting worse and worse? What is this? Is it pneumonia? Masks are here to say, yeah, well, it makes perfect sense. Prevent the spread of the flu in winter months. I hate it. I'm sick of it. I won't stand for it. So I'll be glad to wear masks. I mean, again, it's more for preventing spreading it yourself than not get, but face shield. I don't know before this where you would have gotten face shields before the pandemic. Same with masks. They were hard to get. I was looking at buying one for like $15 for my allergies because the dust masks I wore were pathetic. They were just useless. Oh, I believe that, Mark. We probably will. We probably will be wearing masks till the end of 2021. I mean, for one thing, I'm looking at just like when movies are going to be released and when like live performers are thinking they can perform again, and it'll be like not even 2021. It might be 2022. Yeah, that's annoying too, but that's why I wear my face shield, so I'm more protected. I read somewhere that it makes you like 2 to 3 times less likely to get the Trump virus if you have a face shield and a mask than if you just had a mask. And it's really comfortable. It doesn't bother me at all. The one with the foam padding on the top. This diner today I went to, they sell them for $8. What a ripoff. You can go next door to a dollar store. They have them, the same ones, for like $2. Hazmat suit would be good. Yep, I would like that. Yeah, that's another thing. Some people just don't want to show their faces. Why not have people wear masks? And like I said, it would make sense to prevent the spread of the flu, because the flu kills a lot of people too. Get the flu vaccine if you haven't. I got mine. Even if you have to pay for it, which is unfortunate, but they're like, I don't know, like $10 or something at CVS, and then they give you a coupon for like, if you buy something in store, you get some money off, you get, something off your purchase. I don't know, it depends your area. When I was in Virginia, I did have to pay, I think, for a flu shot. Now I have Medi-Cal, I have free health insurance. I'm trying to get a physical. I can't even go to a doctor's office. I'd called the clinic that Medi-Cal set me up with. I have to get a phone appointment with a doctor, and then they might let me go in and get a physical. Yeah, I got my flu shot. Oh, security guard was an asshole. You're not in the business of handing free stuff? Well, then it sounds like you're in the business of spreading the Trump virus. I mean, what the hell? Target's in the business of getting free stuff. How many tax breaks do you think they get? Tax write-offs they get. When they ask for donations at the register, they're asking for that because you could just donate straight to the charity or whatever. Instead, they want it so they can donate it and use it as a tax write-off. Meanwhile, probably a lot of their employees, just like Walmart, are on welfare, live in their cars, can't afford food, got food stamps, but they're not paying taxes for it. Well, don't donate to stores. Donate directly to the place if you want. Why don't you go there? I think we should have a similar mentality about the flu as with the Trump virus, because it does kill a lot of people. It's not nearly as contagious. So I'm not saying we should shut down things as drastically, but just wearing a mask right there. If people wore masks, it would cut down on it so much. I got these from the food bank. I think I'm going to buy some. There's actually a mask stand down the street from here. Maybe I should get some. These are much nicer than those crappy white ones I had. They're so uncomfortable. Like the texture of them, it just makes me cringe. These are nice. I got these from the food bank. I got another one too. They're adjustable size. I actually don't like that because they, sometimes don't fit quite right. It's too loose. But yeah, I want to get some more just comfortable masks. Maybe I should get some disposable ones. They have a bunch of Halloween disposable masks at the food bank, like a bunch of packs of them. It's like, maybe get some of those and just throw them away after that, where I'm not keep reusing them. Because I'm not washing them every day, which you're supposed to. But yeah, I should have a few more masks to put in my rotation. Because I only have 2 of the ones I just showed you. I got my protein. Alright, that's enough of that. These are high in calories. 1 ounce of walnuts is 180 calories, but these are 1 gram of sugar in it, thank goodness, and 1 ounce has 2.3 grams of omega-3 ALA, which is over 40% of your daily value. Or you could chew flax seeds if you hate happiness. Well, I do put flax seeds in my oatmeal, but I want every health advantage I can get. Food bank was out of peanut butter. That's annoying. I also got these at the food bank. These chocolate nibs or cacao nibs. You'd think, oh, what? I'm getting sugar? 0 sugar in it. These taste slightly unpleasant, but they've got lots of flavonoids for fighting cardiovascular disease and provide fiber and magnesium. So literally, it's what you see. It's just little chunks of cacao that are vaguely bitter, and I just force myself to eat a few spoonfuls just to have enough food to get through the day at my warehouse job. Under Armour. I'm thinking about just buying some, depending how expensive they are, from a street stand, because that seems like a decent deal. I just want to have some more. I got to throw away those white ones. I hate that texture of them. They're so uncomfortable. Not on my face. It's just, I don't like handling them. Weird. How much protein was in that? 4 grams of protein? That's not a lot. Should I have a protein drink now? 25 grams of protein? Muscle milk? I don't know. Do I need it? The recovery? Yeah, 160 calories, 25 grams. It's all messed up. That's why it's at the food bank. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Mask extenders. Yep, with all my money I'm making, maybe I'll get all that fancy mumbo jumbo. I'm just trying to stretch. Gotta stretch throughout the day. Jeffrey, if you're still watching, Jeffrey Cockington Jr., one thing I do throughout the day that helps me a ton is I do what's called the vacuum technique or vacuum pose that bodybuilders do, which is suck in your stomach, have your chest out. What it does, it automatically makes your back straight, and I can crack my back doing that sometimes, and it just helps so much to alleviate back pain throughout the day, so I'm not naturally like hunched over like this, and keeps my head back too. That can mess up my TMJ if your head's hanging forward. So like that, and just do it just short, like a few seconds, like, but multiple times throughout the day. I feel so much better doing that. I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what. What else did I get? Did I get anything interesting? Oh yeah, I got these. I'm not gonna eat one now. A date bar with peanut butter cookie. These are good. Would be good for my lunch break when I'm working very strenuously, especially after lunch. 19 grams of sugar though. Should I throw this away? It's because it's dates in there. There's no added sugar. But should I throw this away or is it acceptable? I don't know. I'm thinking I'll still eat them, but just limit it to one a day. Oh, I know they make me take a dump big time. Why are my dumps so massively long? No, I don't mean in length, the physical length, I just mean in duration of time. Like today, I swear like 4 times on the toilet at work. I was thinking, okay, I'm done now. Nope, gotta keep going. Now it's like another full size. I had like 4 full-size dumps going. Yeah, it's annoying. Fortunately for me, the managers at this place seem pretty cool. So when that's happened, it wasn't even a coworker. It was like a contractor who was in the building. I said, look, this person's yelling at me. Like, I want to talk to him or something, but I want you as a witness. He's like, no, don't even talk to them. They're not supposed to talk to you. You don't talk to them. I'll talk to someone about them, but I can ignore them, basically. It doesn't matter. I was doing my job above and beyond. They're just a miserable, miserable person. Beef jerky. I think the beef jerky may be doing it to me because I need food that I can just eat right away. I don't need a lot of prep time for when I have lunch. Also, these Tmj exercises I found online are great, man. They're making my jaw feel looser. I think they might be alleviating my tinnitus a little. I don't have major tinnitus or anything, but I notice it sometimes, and I think it's from TMJ. So it's exercises basically loosen up and give more like range and like whatever to your facial muscles, like here where your jaw meets your skull. You can do stuff, and also you have muscles across your forehead here, so literally just stuff like this or using your knuckles. I can feel like I get goosebumps doing that. Not too hard. Here, sliding up. Then this. Then push the chin in with mouth open. I swear it gives me like goosebumps, but I feel so much looser even now doing it because I just have clenched my teeth so much over the years. First of all, my teeth crowd, it gets hard to floss, and it makes my ears hurt, my jaw hurt, and I think it gives me tinnitus, like some ringing in my ears, so you got to do that a lot. And also the other thing I saw that's really powerful feel like where your jaw meets your skull, and open your jaw slowly and feel which side opens up first. If you have TMJ, one side might open before the other. And it always changes, I think, depending on how straight my jaw is. But that's the other thing. If your jaw is not aligned right, it's going to be on one side or the other. But you can sort of control that, I think, like, you know, if you move your jaw, but I'm trying to see. Now it's definitely the left side opening up first, and that's how it's been lately. Yeah, left side's opening up first. So the exercise I saw is press there and press up right at the where the jaw meets that muscle there. Don't press too hard, and open your jaw 3 times. I'm trying not to hang my head forward too. Think about 12 pounds of your skull hanging forward. That's going to affect your jaw. Now, that helped. Now, seriously, I feel like tingling around my head. Now, the other thing is feel which side of the jaw closes first. And I think it's usually my right side. I feel popping my right side when I do that. No, now it seems like the left side's closing first. Yeah, but it depends how straight if I move it to one side or the other, my jaw, then I feel it changes which side, so it's kind of weird. He didn't talk about that, this doctor, on YouTube. It's hard to tell. I think my left side is closing first. Before I thought it was my right side. Now it seems like my right side. Either way, I'll try it on my right side. Push down, don't push too hard, right where the jaw meets the skull, and open my mouth 3 times. I did it 4. That helps a lot. Ooh, man, my head feels so much lighter now. Another thing, again, what he was saying, don't hunch your head forward. That's why the vacuum technique helps to, keep your chin tucked in, keep your head back, because that'll mess with your jaw muscles when your muscles are straining to hold your head up. And try and make your shoulder blades touch in the back. That helps with the pinched nerve that sometimes forms in my left shoulder blade, especially when I hunch over too much. That happened real bad years ago when I was at the computer a lot, hunched over, and when I was looking at my phone too much. For like 3 weeks, I had terrible nerve pain there, and I couldn't even run. It was so bad. I did this, in a few days, it was gone. And like, stretched the chest out. And especially working a physical job where the tendency is to slouch and move incorrectly and twist my body. You shouldn't twist and don't turn your head at work. And whenever I turn my head, I try and turn my whole body. Anyways, that stuff helps. Yeah, I use 3 earplugs. And I mostly try and use earplugs now at work. I mean, I used to wear them every night when I was a bouncer at the bar I worked at. And I think also this may be why my ears hurt so much after I use headphones, the pressure on my ears. I'm not even sure if it's the sound. And anyways, but yeah, I always have earplugs on me because my ears are sensitive. Especially if like ambulances drive by or fire trucks, I try and put them in before they come by. Thank you, Mark, with €3 coffee fund. YouTube's going to get some of that coffee fund, but thank you. Yeah, it's tough to stop clenching your teeth because it's so unconscious. I'll do it for like an hour before I realize like, oh, I gotta loosen my jaw. I think I'm better at it now. I don't know about when I'm sleeping though. Did I get in fights as a bouncer? Sure, a couple. Not a ton, but yeah, a couple. I mean, I was a bouncer for 5 years, so it's gonna happen. Mostly though, I could avoid fights. It's, most people don't want to fight. Some guys are just, knuckleheads. They're looking for a fight. There was one guy I got in a fight with. He was just mean mugging everybody in the bar. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Stop it. You're giving people dirty looks everywhere. Sure enough, he tried to fight me on the sidewalk. I punched him and laid him out on the ground, and then he got up and ran. But anyways, those exercises help help a ton. Just look up Tmj Exercises on YouTube. It helps a lot. Because I want this ear pain to go away. I don't have like constant ear pain or anything, but if I'm clenching my teeth a lot, then yes, it forms and it hurts. And again, thank you, Mark, for the donation. Really appreciate it. It's all helping, all goes to a good cause, and hopefully I will be on my way to getting my screenwriting courses that I want and getting... What was the other thing I was thinking? Oh, my film gear. I want a camera, at least one camera, lenses, a rig for it. I have a good tripod, microphones, maybe even lavalier mics, maybe a sound mixer or like a sound console, maybe a shotgun mic, all that stuff, because I want to be able to get multiple jobs on set. And also on my own films, I want to save money by being my own cinematographer if I can. That's a lot of work, but digital technology makes it so much easier. And actually, I was thinking about getting a coffee today because I was so tired after I took a 3-hour nap after work. I just slept in my car. Maybe that's what I should do when those Christians with the food come by, just pretend I'm asleep. Or just smear myself in blood, fake blood. Nah, I shouldn't do that. But smear myself in fake blood and just lie here. But no, then they might call 911. I might work long hours on Monday. 52,000 packages we're going to get. And this week we seem to be usually getting around 38,000. So I want to have a lot of food, and that's why I'm having a lot of food ready to eat then. I don't want to have to go to Jack in the Box, waste $5 on a egg and bacon and hash brown meal, and their 10 little pancakes are like this big. And those miserable people there who are yelling at me can drive themselves nuts, because they're going to have to deal with it too, all those packages. I'm trying to think, should I have a protein drink now? Like, I haven't had a whole lot of protein. Oh, I've had a decent amount. I had beef jerky. I'm trying to think what else. Give me a minute. Peanut butter. That's pretty much it for the protein. Oh, I did have an egg sandwich. Oh, I did have some tilapia. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it up to the viewers. What do you think? Should I have a protein drink, 160 calories, or should I just wait another day? I'm not trying to have them every day or have more than one a day at least. But I think I may need some extra protein because I'm definitely not getting a whole lot from my food. Also, another good back stretch that I do is just hang from a pull-up bar and relax all my back and stomach muscles and let my back stretch decompress, sort of. That helps too. I feel a lot better after that. And I can even do that with a small tree, just hang from one of the limbs, or I sort of have to grab them weird. It's like 2 different limbs that stick out, and just hang from that. I look like a weirdo, but it doesn't matter. It helps my back a lot. Even now, you can't see it, but I'm grabbing the armrest and the emergency brake and just kind of pushing myself. I don't want to grab the emergency brake too much, but pushing myself up and like not sitting on the seat so much, so I'm stretching out my back a little. That's nice, sort of like a chair dip. And like elongate my back after lifting heavy stuff all day. At least we may get overtime. Also, I think we get overtime on holidays too. I'm pretty sure we do. So we're going to be working Thanksgiving, so sweet. Overtime on that day, time and a half. Yeah, that's wild, Mark. I was reading about all the protests in Germany. Like there was a huge protest and 90% of people didn't wear masks. Sure, I guess. Why would other countries have Thanksgiving? Yeah, avoiding that holiday helps, and sure enough, it just looks like people are ignoring the recommendation to stay away from family. I'm glad that it's easy for me to stay away from family. I don't believe in being around family. That's nepotism. So, also, I don't really have a choice, but I wouldn't anyway. I don't care. I don't care about Thanksgiving. I don't care about turkey. Every year when my mom would make Thanksgiving meals for me, it's like I can't eat any more than I would any other day, so I'd have a small meal and wait bored out of my mind while everyone else finished their food. I mean, it's not like I can eat much that day. I wish I could enjoy like a buffet, but even if I was really hungry, I still can't eat more than I normally would. Yeah, but that's a different one. It just has the same name. It's like saying train a dog is the same as a train that runs on tracks. It's wrong. Oh, I got peanuts too. I forgot about that. That's good. What the hell else did I? Oh yeah, the chia seed bars. These are good. Only 100 calories. I already had 2 this morning, so I gotta have another. I cleaned out the food bank of those chia seed bars. Man, they should have like a chiropractor at this job, just ready to see people, anytime. It's tough on you. But I'm all right. Hey, I'm just thinking, whenever I'm there, I'm just thinking more money. Like, not even just more money. I don't care about it. Just closer to the filmmaking stuff. This is all going towards I can picture the camera I want right there in the editing software and the laptop and everything. It'd be better to have a desktop because actually to edit properly, I really should have at least 2 monitors, if not 3, because the laptop monitor is not really calibrated correctly for the color, like to see the real colors or colors as accurately as possible. I'm sure there's programs you can get to try and calibrate it right, but it's better to have an external monitor for that. But, what are you going to do? They don't pay enough and all that. We're underpaid. I'm not able to get a place. I don't work at Amazon, Mark. I work at a different warehouse. Although, yes, I do get a company discount. So when I eventually, and I get some discounts at other companies too. So I want to see if I can use one to get at least the new laptop that I want. I don't know if the company they give a discount for, if I'll be able to get a laptop that I'm looking for video editing. Like, it's got to be blazing fast. But my old laptop, it's decent, but it's a refurbished one I got for like $300, and it runs fine and everything. I'll still have that, but mainly just for internet use, I guess, or writing scripts. Actually, I don't know about that. If I can use the new camera, maybe I could. It would need. Here's the thing: to use a camera for a live video, you can do it. I actually did it at Sunspace. You need an HDMI out port to run into a computer and then run like OBS on it, or not just directly to the computer. I think you might need like a sort of a mixer too. That's what they had at Sunspace. But Yeah, assuming as long I don't know, look up, does the Blackmagic 6K camera have an HDMI out port? I'm sure it does because most cameras would now. But the other thing is, does it have, can you plug in the camera and operate it like a camcorder, or do you have to use the battery? If you have to use the battery, that means limited time shooting. Yes, I could get a big like battery bank or a V-mount battery or whatever. So it's just a hassle. And also, do you really need it to look that much nicer for a live stream? If I was doing one like as like a show, like if I was trying to do an actual show in a studio or something, then I would. Yeah, I would want to do it better. But in the car, I wouldn't know. It would be impractical anyways. Yeah, I don't live to eat. I just do what I do. Shaved at the water fountain today. Used that cleansing cream. Man, that stuff it's the most pleasant smelling thing I've smelled in my life. A mix of like blueberry, pomegranate, and acai. There's no like surprise, like even like perfume. It's like, oh, it can smell good, but it can be a little strong or something. This is just like the softest smelling nice thing. And when I rinsed it off at the water fountain, it's like my face has a shower. Sure, and I did spend a little money today on that. I went to Yoshinoya and I got a little bowl of tilapia, brown rice, and vegetables because I just needed some food. And then I went to a diner and got a croissant sandwich with eggs, onions, pickles, and lettuce, and I think tomato. Damn good. I told them no cream, no spread, whatever, no cheese on it. Um, Normally I wouldn't get that, but it's like I was just so hungry today. By 10 in the morning I had already worked. No, 9 in the morning I'd already worked like 6.5 or 7 hours in a warehouse, just constant walking miles. So, and I had not eaten much, so I just kind of needed to eat. I don't smoke, no. I mean, I used to. I barely did. Ugh. I still fumigate though. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if I should have a protein drink now. Kind of want to avoid it, but also I probably know I am deprived of protein. What the hell? If I keep debating it, I may as well, I guess, right? I won't. I'll try not to have one tomorrow though, because I'm not working tomorrow. Tastes a little strong. Doesn't expire for like 9 months though. I have no idea how much it costs for cigarettes, because also most places I go don't sell them. Like CVS doesn't sell cigarettes anymore. I don't even know if the grocery stores do. Around LA, at least, they have a bunch of smoke shops. I didn't. I saw those in Virginia, but I didn't see as many. They had one right down the street in Annandale. Oh, and 7-Eleven, they do. Yeah, they do sell cigarettes there, but I have no idea how much they cost. Man, I'm serious. I feel like my jaw repositioning itself now. It's kind of, it's a little slightly painful in a way, like it's an adjustment, but it's so nice. Have those muscles loosened up. Those TMJ exercises. Yeah, smoking's expensive. And of course, that's the one thing where it's like any stranger can come up to you and ask for a cigarette. I would never grow a beard. I don't like it. It's just, it's so uncomfortable to me. I'm sure. I'm sure, Mark. I'm just glad I can at least get food when I need it now and not stress so much about money. It is still very expensive. It's still too much. I still don't have a home to cook, and even then it would be expensive. But, and time consuming and all that, but at least it's, I know I have reliable money coming in, but I'm not worried about food. I wish I didn't have to eat. I just want my film gear. Yeah, it's funny. And I just want to get started shooting some. Once I get film gear, the other thing is I'm just going to start letting filmmakers that I know and entertainers and stuff know, like, hey, do you want to shoot anything? I'll try and shoot something with you if we can come up with something. I don't know how much will be available during the Trump virus, but even if we go out to the desert and do something, and of course my job, would be an impediment because the job just limits how late I can work. Even if I don't feel tired at work, after work, man, today I napped 3 hours. The other day I napped 4 hours after work. So I'm getting up at 12:40 in the morning. Still showering in the cold. We'll see if this place I want to rent is going to have any availability by the time I have enough money. Yeah, black market cigarettes sell a lot, I'm sure. I gotta try and remember not to lean my head forward so much. I'm sure that messes with my TMJ too. I got it so bad, the tinnitus in my ears, like 3 years ago, and I went to an ear doctor and said, can you look at it in case I need a treatment to prevent it from getting worse? He said, do you have any hearing loss? I said, no. He said, do you clench your teeth a lot? I said, yeah. He said, well, you have TMJ. And the thing was, at the time, I just started screenwriting, and I was trying to write a lot every day. I was pushing myself, like, no matter how late it was, to write 5 pages a day. I was so incredibly stressed doing that. I was so miserable. I was clenching my teeth so bad it was causing me ear pain and tinnitus. It's not nearly as bad now. Oh my goodness. Favorite food my mom makes? I'm not into food, so I can't say anything. I mean, now that I'm older, will say this. I like when she just makes like chicken with bell peppers and mushrooms and like brown rice. Simple, healthy. She would make too much of it for me, but um, yeah, I like that. As I've gotten older, I like spanakopita more. I hated it as a kid for much of my life, but I like it more. And I can appreciate that there's spinach in it. I actually like chives as an adult. I hated chives and onions before. And actually, I got a compliment from a chef or a cook once who saw my mom's like a leg of lamb video. Or what did she do? I don't know. I don't remember. Somebody look up the video. She cooked lamb, and he was like a professional cook. He worked in a restaurant for a while. He knew a lot of stuff, and he said what my mom did was amazing with that. Now lamb is good. I don't eat it that much. I haven't eaten it in a while. Usually the only times I'd ever have it was in gyros or souvlakis. But yeah, that was good too, and that was on video, and I think she put garlic in it. I like that. Again, trying not to eat much. Yeah, the sirens around here happen. There's like a fire station down the street, so there are, yeah, always. I think there's more than one fire station because the way the fire trucks come, I'm like, the fire station's the other way, so there must be another one somewhere over there. And then there's the police helicopters that go over that are so annoying. When they're right overhead, that's when you really hear the chop, 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 chop. I'm like, just shut up. God damn it. And they hover over neighborhoods and you go, ring. Just shut the fuck up. I don't know how it doesn't wake me up all night. I mean, sometimes it does. A lot of times noise does. When drunks or people with mental problems are screaming in the street, I hear that. I hear when last night people were doing donuts in the parking lot where I am. That was scary because I worried is someone going to crash into me. People rev up their engines and are super loud, and I think it's the dumbest form of entertainment. Like it's like just wanting instant gratification that it's nothing. It's like how many you get nothing for it, but fine. If people want to enjoy it, they can enjoy it. But yeah, all that stuff does tend to wake me up. And I did wake up from like I said, those people doing donuts last night. Or even people obnoxiously laughing or singing or yelling on the street. One guy being a weirdo like 3 nights ago, like screaming, oh, like just acting like a jerk. I gotta take a few hits at your kitchen window because frost time cold here now. That's Mark reporting from Germany. I guess that warms your blood. I guess I'm glad I had that protein drink. Seriously, I can feel the difference in position in my jaw and my teeth, and I'm just relieved like, oh, there are good exercises for this problem I've had for years. It hasn't been like a constant, like annoying thing. It's just like I'm always sort of aware it's there. And especially the ear pain thing, that would be really annoying. So I'm sure I'll be doing these exercises, facial exercises, for weeks, if not months. I used to try and do them. I didn't realize I was doing them completely incorrectly. I was pressing on my cheeks here. The muscles are not there. They're back here by your ear. So I completely misunderstood those directions. I was wasting my time. But these are great exercises, so I'm really glad I learned some of these. No, I don't work tomorrow. That's the only reason I'm up so late. Up late, meaning 6:39 in the evening. I wanted to go to a Harold Lloyd film screening, a drive-in theater in Hollywood with his granddaughter Suzanne Lloyd there. It was $75 and only a few cars could fit there. I'm like, man, I would love to do that. I love Harold Lloyd's films, live organist there. But in the end today, I thought, well, that's kind of a bit of money and I really should be saving. I'd love to go. I'd absolutely love to, but and I was a little tired, but I sort of would have been willing to do it, but I'm like, just gotta wait, let the money go to the stuff I need. And I do want to go to a drive-in theater. I don't care if the pandemic's over. I want to go to one at least once. I don't care if it's an older movie or what. I don't just mean one I'd love like this, like Jurassic Park or whatever. I want to see something at a drive-in. And I heard you got to tune your radio. Do they expect you to have your car running that whole time, or at least the battery on? Now, I do have a little radio in my car, and they say FM, so hopefully it would work well. It's a cheap radio, so I don't know if I'd have to get a better radio at some point for that to work well. Click like, everyone, if you like the video. That gets it shared or on YouTube. This is my job, too, because even with my job, it's not enough money, unfortunately. I need to, and I'm trying to work 6 days a week. Fortunately, I'll get 6 days a week in all through December, it looks like. Even so, and Thanksgiving's overtime, and I hope I'm working Christmas. That's more overtime. But even so, I need to make it as quickly as possible. And also, it is getting unpleasant showering in the cold in the morning. So let's try and help me stop doing that. Tomato sauce, parsley. Yeah, the chef was right. Tried it with. Oh, cool. Jake Tapper, you tried my mom's recipe for lamb? That's cool. She really likes it. Whenever I get messages sometimes, people send me like on Facebook like pictures of her recipes they made, and she really likes hearing that. I can't believe I slept 3 hours after work today. Or maybe 2, I don't know. Also, just trying to deep breathe at work and focus, because my mind goes racing like crazy. I still have that compulsive thinking. So, and it's really annoying, and it's part of my dissociative disorder. So I got to slow my mind down sometimes, but just deep breathing can help just sort of focus at work better. Fortunately, it's kind of a mindless job. Yep, working full time, not enough. Oh, wait, I missed a bunch of comments here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, Agrippa, I didn't really spend my whole check. It's you gotta give the dramatic titles for YouTube. But I have spent a decent amount of money on food at the food bank, on gas, or I got gas before I got paid, but on what else did I get? Knee pads, meals out. It's just everything's pricey. Even going to the ATM, to go to my bank's ATM, it's such a hassle. They closed the entrance to the driveway, so it's like you got to enter from another way. And even then, because of the hours I'm up, like, I don't want to go there when they're open for business. I want to go there after they're closed when nobody's there waiting for the ATM. Oh, miss both of us arguing the rice pudding. Thank you, Tassos. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Even once I get a place, I'm sure I'll be like, what the hell do I need all this for? I was fine in my car. Oh, well, I didn't get an oil change yet. I went to a mechanic, but they're like, yeah, we can't get it done until the end of the day. And it's like, I'm going to be too tired then. So I'll just bring it in Monday after work. €300 a month? Wow, Germany's got really cheap rents. Is that because it's like, what, a really small town, or how is it so cheap? Because I figured Germany, it's kind of a, metropolitan place, or much of it is. I really don't know. But or is that like rent controlled? How is it so cheap there? Because €300 or whatever the equivalent, say $350 here, that you can't get rents anywhere like that except for maybe very like remote places in America, I would think. And even at that, maybe not remote ones. A lot of those could be expensive. And then the problem is there's not jobs there, or the jobs don't pay much. It's a village? Oh, okay, I see. My favorite spot opened up, so I'm gonna move there. In my car. Oh, I'm so tired, and I can just pass out without even like putting on a blanket or anything. Where the hell's my keys? Car reliably starts every time. I should go to the food bank tomorrow, charge my phone and my portable phone charger. Oh, that's cool, Mark. I see. That's why you live so cheap. Yeah, we'll see, Agrippa. I wonder what kind of legal problems Trump may have after he gets out. I mean, the thing is, as former president, I doubt he'll get in much trouble. Biden said, I think Biden said he's not interested in prosecuting him for anything or trying to get him prosecuted. Biden also said he's not going to pardon him of anything, but that's a low bar. Oh, that is a nice car. It looks like some kind of, I couldn't tell, but some kind of sports car. Oh well. I'm gonna get ready. It's almost 7 o'clock. Time to get ready for sleep. I'll get some more masks at the dollar store, I guess, tomorrow. Or, geez, some of those disposable ones at the food bank. They got a bunch of Halloween ones that are disposable 3-packs. I'm like, why not get those? Why do I need reusable ones every time? And seriously, I want like a gas mask that completely seals around my head to protect me from the Trump virus, because even the face shield, that's not perfect. I mean, neither is anything, but because you can touch something and touch your face, but at least if my face is sealed in, I can like have some more assurance that that I'll protect it from the Trump virus. The thing is, I don't know how the ventilators, how good those are. I'd wear a mask anyways. I guess that's the thing I would do, right? That's the difference. I just don't want to spend a ton of money on those. I've seen them at Home Depot for like people who work painting or I don't know what, and I forget how much they cost actually. I think like 30 or 40 bucks, but I'll see. Hey, maybe I can order one through the company I work for and I'll get it cheaper. Oh, you did it at a trash plant? Okay, I believe you, sure, I guess. It's getting way worse, rent strike. Okay, so sure, I guess changed my mind. I'm not going to wear the gas mask. Yeah, I can believe that, actually, that if I'm sealed in, I'm going to be very uncomfortable. Wait, I missed a bunch of comments. Yeah, and supposedly, like Ed Norton just posted saying, like, he thinks Trump is trying to cause this chaos in part to get prosecutors to maybe go easier on him in exchange for him, like, not pressing the election results so bad or whatever, something like that. He laid it out very eloquently, and he said it comes from his experience, both playing poker and from his dad being a prosecutor. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he gets prosecuted for one of the many things I'm sure he could be for, but I don't know if this country's willing to do it. Already Democrats and Republicans just want to rehabilitate Trump's image and make him out to be like a great guy. The Republicans were really the ones who kept him in check. The Democrats are just too far left. It was just too absurd. Yeah, freeing the slaves was too far left for the Republicans. I realized the Republican Party was in leadership then. There's something called, it was the switch of the parties where they basically changed positions. There's a reason why Republicans don't go beyond like 1865 when they talk about their party's history with racism. Yeah, public housing sucks in I was going to say Virginia, in the United States. I see, Mark. Yeah, you need to replace the filters too, and they're expensive. Okay, I got you. Sure, I guess. That's right, Mark Ivy. He is too lazy and stupid to pull it off. And the scary thing is, a lot of people, including liberals like Bill Maher, would be very happy. Bill Maher, I think he said it. He's like, oh, just imagine if Pence was president. Finally, things could be normal. Pence is every bit as racist and cruel as Trump. So he's just a better speaker. So that's kind of scary. The fact that if someone like Trump got in power, but who is just smarter, Trump is a very fucking stupid person. Very moronical. They could do a lot worse than Trump. I'm going to put all this food I got in the trunk of my car. Yeah, America is really messing up. Really senseless how bad this has gotten. We could have ended this. We could have been a leader in the world for ending this disease here, ending its spread. Just didn't want to. It's gonna get dark on camera. Don't worry, I'm still there. I'm still here. I'll block out the windows, get ready to sleep. Just rolling up the windows. I asked a Scottish guy I knew. He was a filmmaker, a really nice guy, and I think he was working on a really cool project that he was doing. He showed in this film group I was in, and we ended up hanging out once, and I said, you know, do you guys in Scotland, do you all think we're just a big joke after Trump got elected? He said, Angelo, we thought you all were a joke since Reagan was in office. That was great. Yeah, Trump's been. I have read from someone who worked on commercials with him and said how he would say horrible things about black people when they were working on the commercials. I forget if she said that he used racial slurs against them, but I think she said he was just horrible to work with. Oh man, I'm tightening my belt so much. Even my favorite belt I've ever had in my life, my cloth belt, is kind of becoming undone. I got to bring it to like a tailor or something to get it re-sewn in one spot where where the belt, like the metal that you tie it up and whatever. I'm not gonna bother showing it. And meanwhile, all our fucking lives are on hold because of this jackass Trump and all his ass kissers in the Republican Party. I mean, yeah, I can say it's a good thing in the end that I had this time to write and now to get this job and make some money, because I probably would still be struggling to make money on film sets if this didn't happen, but it shouldn't have happened because 250,000 people died and many more got sick and lost their jobs. sorry. Got something on my foot. Oh, good. Mark, there's always a story of why Trump hates something. Some bizarre, backstory to why he hates whoever. That's back. Right, the parties had like basically a switch in what they stood for. Not just a switch, then all kinds of other stuff happened. The civil rights struggle. And that's why Republicans just kind of stopped their discussion of the history of the Republican Party and race after like 1965. It's like, did anything after that happen? But it is nice just to have enough money to live, and now I know what it feels like. And actually, at this job, I'll make more money than I ever have in my life. I've never made much money in my life. Working at a movie theater, it was crap pay and very stressful. Working at a bank, I was making $11 an hour. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, that was a joke. I made like $9 an hour there and only worked like 30 hours a week. They didn't want me to be full-time, which at the time was fine with me. Bouncing, I only worked like 24 hours a week at most. So this is the most money I've ever made in my life. Except for like one commercial I worked on where I did get paid a lot. Get my water bottles, tuck them in. So they warm up overnight. It helps a lot if it's cold out to shower with warm water, or warm-ish water. Try and fit them both on one side, see if that helps. It's kind of annoying when they're on both sides. I can't like make enough room to close the sleeping bag. Tomorrow, just do a bunch of writing. Do a bunch of writing and then go to work on Monday. 52,000 packages that are coming in. But hey, that's good for me because it's more hours. How do I wash my feet in the car? I just shower with sandals and I scrub my feet. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is kind of it's hard to get the water bottles positioned right, but it's better if they're pressed right against my body, so my body heat radiates out onto them, especially on the right side, so it's away from the door. Always the bottle that I would have on the left side was cooler, so now I'm experimenting with having them both on the right side. And I just want to watch movies again. That'd be nice with more money. Time is it? 7:02. Damn, this is late for me. I might sleep in till 3 or 4 in the morning. But my ears and jaw feel much better now after doing those TMJ exercises. I've only done them for like, this is my second or third day doing it, and I try and do them a few times a day if I can remember. I may as well do them again before I go to sleep. Just a few, like, rubbing up on the muscles along my jaw. Like, because a lot of stress, I guess, builds in those muscles, and especially on the side, the temples of your head, and they get tense, and that pulls your jaw in like too close or whatever, and that can cause ear pain, headaches, vertigo, jaw pain. Who knows? I wonder if that was a cause of my vertigo 3 years ago. That if you look on my channel page, I think my second highest viewed video is my video how to treat vertigo. This day I got it really bad. Like, I was worried I was having a stroke. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like trying to loosen up all these muscles. Helps if you grease up your hands first. Go across. I use my knuckles for this. Oh, I can feel goosebumps forming on my body. I know that's doing something. Wow, that's nice. All right, Mark, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's for sure. Rich get richer. And I'm just hoping nothing messed up happens for me to, miss out on this job or anything. Who knows? This pandemic's going to get worse. That's the scary part. It's going to get worse. We have people who are just ignorant of science, who don't care, don't respect it, companies that don't care, a president that doesn't care, a government that doesn't care. And people, Raymond, I work hard. I work aware. I get up earlier than you, most likely. I get up at 12:40 in the morning for my job and work carrying heavy boxes for 7 hours. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, Why shouldn't people live with dignity? What do you have against them? Walk me through that, Raymond. Tell me where I'm wrong. Where I think people should just be able to live well. And we shouldn't be trying to inflict punishment on people, especially when a lot of it is done towards black and Hispanic people. So apparently you have a problem with them. That's kind of racist. But anyways, this pandemic's going to get worse. That's the scary thing. And just who knows how it could affect everything. This vaccine that's now being submitted for emergency use, it's not going to be around for months. Especially for most people, it's going to have limited rollout at first. So it could be a long time before we're able to get it. And not only that, everything. Okay, well, Raymond, that is a position that white supremacists hold. And I know that because I listen to white supremacists and I read what they say. So the question is, do you agree with white supremacists deliberately? Because that is a position they hold, saying that Black Lives Matter are race baiters, they're race agitators. This was a position, by the way, that segregationists held of civil rights activists in the 50s and 60s. You can look up the newsreel footage and the articles they wrote saying this. So do you deliberately believe in them, or is it just coincidence? Like, do your views just coincide with those of white supremacists? Let me know if it's just coincidence that you agree with them. Yeah, we're paid so little. And the other thing is, this company would not pay as much in general because they only do because California has a minimum wage of $15 an hour. I mean, think about it. McDonald's pays $15 an hour in California. Why don't they do that everywhere? They could if they wanted to. And by the way, about Black Lives Matter, a lot of you guys just hate uh, black civil rights activists and ignore how they are community activists as well. They try and help people and they don't get on the news. And it's funny, I saw a documentary about that, about people like Spike Jones trying to fund after school programs in Chicago. And yet the whinging white racists were still just crying in the comments, hating it. They obviously didn't watch it. That is another white supremacist viewpoint, Raymond. Could you answer my question? Could you go back in the conversation and answer my question rather than just changing points? By the way, that point that slavery was 200 years ago, that was the point of uh, Ed, Ed Norton's character in American History X. He was a white supremacist, and that is a point that I've heard other white supremacists say, including ones who talked about eliminating all black people. So Raymond, could you answer the question? I mean, we have free speech here. I have the freedom to express my questions. Can you answer my question? Do you coincidentally agree with white supremacists, or is it deliberate? Don't block him, run straight yet. I'll let you know if you should block him. But this is a position, again, that white supremacists hold. And of course, the benefit of ignoring the effects of slavery is after slavery was ended, massive giveaways of land were given to white people, and black people were not given anything. So they were kept in poverty, they were abused, still denied rights, given treated with brutality. And so much of white wealth in this country comes from the land giveaways that were happened after slavery that should have been given to black people. So we're still very much living in a country that was built off free black labor. So why not acknowledge that? I mean, to me, that sounds good. You talk about being bums, but to me, we should be accept. A bum doesn't accept responsibility for what they do, so we should accept responsibility for making our neighbors, our fellow, I mean, our black neighbors and friends and coworkers better off. Why not do that? Raymond, is there a reason you didn't answer my question about why do you repeat white supremacist viewpoints? that is one as well. You can look at segregationists who said that in the 60s, that racism is dead, only brought alive by race baiters. You can find that viewpoint from segregationists. Can you answer my question, or are you incapable of it? Walk me through it. You guys whine about lack of free speech. Here it is. Here's your platform. And why are you whining at me? I listen to white supremacists already. I can hear them saying this stuff without you repeating it for me. And it's like you're too afraid to discuss it. Here's your platform. You're getting to talk to an incredibly famous YouTuber about it. Go ahead, say your case. Are you deliberately agreeing with white supremacists? What do you make of the fact that white supremacists say that at the same positions you do? I'm saying current day white supremacists, Raymond. There are still Klansmen out there. There are many other neo-Nazi groups out there that say the same things you do. I don't have to look at your comments for that. I can look at white supremacist websites and columns for that. Can you answer that? I'm asking for how many times? I mean, have I not asked Raymond like 5, 6 times at least to say, what do you make of the fact, and do you deliberately agree with white supremacists, or is it coincidental? If you don't do it deliberately, it's coincidental. Go ahead, Rent Strike. Rent Strike, you know what to do. Thank you. I try. Out of fairness, I really have no patience for these people, but I try to give, out of fairness to say, okay, here, even though there's nothing fair about really giving anyone like that a platform, and also, why the fuck come on my channel and say this? What does someone need out of me? I'm not. I'm not a politician. I'm not anyone powerful. I have 9 people watching right now. What do these losers need from someone like me? Like, why are they looking for my approval? Anyways, I asked him like, at least 5 or 6 times, explain his position better, and he just, like, you see the brainwashing in effect. He's like, whoa, wait, man, he wasn't convinced. Maybe if I say it again, if I say it the same way, he'll just believe me. Anyway, 7:14. Oh my goodness, this is late for me. But I don't have to work tomorrow, so I still don't like getting up a later time because then it's going to be harder to get up on Monday. Well, I know the answer. It's because these people don't really think much. They're conditioned. They live in a total isolation from other views where they think it just makes sense. So of course, if you're racist, you're going to be as gullible as they are, and you're just going to believe racism doesn't exist anymore. Oh my goodness, dude, why are people bringing it up then? I'm not going to fall for it. I used to when I was younger, and I was conservative. But anyways, the whole world is a safe space for people like that. They're the loudest voices. They get plenty of airtime. Um, they get plenty of attention. Man, my teeth, it feels weird, but I guess it's good that it feels like different positions now, and that my jaw hopefully is loosening up because I'm doing these like relaxation techniques and stuff for my facial muscles to improve my TMJ. It's really nice, I guess. I just can't wait for the more relief in my ears. Because also the thing is with TMJ, your mouth doesn't close properly. You can't, jaw is not aligned right. And if it gets really bad, you can get surgery, but that's brutal, you know? You got to get bones chipped away and shaved down and everything. I don't want that. And I was thinking too, the idea of working this job for a while, potentially a year, it seems like it can be overwhelming, but when I just think of it as it's getting me towards my filmmaking goal, that makes it much more bearable, much easier to do. So that's what it is. I don't even want to think about, oh, it's 6 months, I'll get a 50 cent an hour raise. I almost want to tell them, just keep it. Don't even bother. Like, that's so insulting. Give me a dollar an hour raise at least. Should be $2 an hour in 6 months. Oh, shit. But $1 an hour. It's getting too warm in my sleeping bag. I gotta take my legs out. Or just don't bother. But who am I kidding? I'll take it. Gotta have a other blanket on hand. When it gets colder at night, I tend to wake up by the time it gets a certain temperature, and then I'll put the second blanket on me if I don't want to get in my sleeping bag. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of pathetic, you know. But again, it's you gotta have all the workers united to really make a difference. Oh, and it's 50 cents every 6 months for the first 2 years. After that, it's 50 cents once a year. So it's ridiculous. I mean, maybe I'd get promoted to manager at some point. I just wonder, would I even want that job? Would I want the responsibilities of it? And I don't know how much it pays. I'd be curious. Excuse me. And I think you'd get more hours as a manager. The managers always seem to be there after we leave, so that might be good too. Get more hours. And, even though I want to stay in my car for a long time just to save money, I'd be glad to do it for a year. There's two problems. In the winter, it's cold to shower. I can sleep fine in the cold. I'm very comfortable because I have a good sleeping bag. But it's cold for showering. Yeah, I get through it. I've gotten through it so far. We'll see how cold it'll get. But also in the summer, if I have to sleep in my car during the day, because, I want to go to sleep by 4 or 5 in the afternoon, it's going to be too hot. And so that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to sleep during the day to get up so early. So, that's the other, it never ends. Maybe I'd work it out, just have the windows rolled down and just be exposed, but which I had to do sometimes. Even at night, it was just too hot to sleep during some of those heat waves. Yeah, and we don't even get 8 hours a day most of the time. It's like 6.5 hours a day or 7. Good thing is, see, we'll all be working 7 or 6 day weeks. I'll see if I can get 7 day weeks sometimes. I mean, really, I don't need the extra time off. I need to be working, so that's kind of fine with me. I mean, as long as I'm not too physically beat up. But I, I'm interested in seeing if I could work 7 days a week. I don't want to do any harm to my body, but that and I want to see if I can work 6 days next week too, because the 6 day weeks are going to start at like really December. So at least that's it's approaching full-time, possibly overtime, a little overtime. Plus, we're working Thanksgiving. That's sweet. I want the overtime then. Oh, excuse me. You get overtime pay for working on holidays. I definitely want to work on Christmas. Make that money. Yep, all going towards the film stuff, and then try and work on any shoots I can. Yeah, what the hell is Christmas? It's based on the winter solstice and pagan holidays and stuff that were adopted into Christianity because they're like, huh, well, this is when they celebrate. Holy crap, I went from 20 gigabytes during this stream to 48? I just got a notification about it. Damn. I don't know, that seems kind of messed up. Oh well. I'm not live streaming as much lately because of this job. I just don't have time. Well, anyways, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't care about it. The music is absolutely embarrassing. Like, why are these singers readapting these old Christmas songs when there's hundreds and hundreds of versions of them and it's fake emotion, like nothing is happening. It's just on a basic level, why are you pretending there's something special happening right now? There's not. Even as a kid, it was always kind of a lonely thing to see this fakeness going on. Yeah, again, what's wonderful, it's just we're making it up. So, anyways, I'm sure a lot of people actually think that. A lot of people don't care. Or they don't even celebrate it. Seriously, what do I care? Why don't we have a Planet of the Apes Day? Planet of the Apes, one of my favorite movies. Excuse me. I still haven't seen the new series of Planet of the Apes films. I want to, though. I hear they're great. Yeah, everything at the store is free. I wouldn't even want much. I mean, TVs are getting pretty cheap now. So what would I even want that's free? I don't need anything that's really expensive, probably. And even getting food, because I've always had roommates, I never liked buying too much food at a time because I couldn't store much food in the fridge anywhere I've lived. So it's like I can't even take a lot of food. It sucks because it means I got to go. Back when I had a home, I had to go to the grocery store every like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, and it's just like, why do the pretend? Why put up the decorations, especially at workplaces and businesses? It's like, why? Just why bother? I mean, again, I'm sure a lot of people think that. And there's probably a lot of people who don't even care, don't even believe in any of the holiday, you know, the religious basis for it, and they just like celebrating it and like having fun and the decorations, which I can kind of get, but again, it's fake, it's not real. Yeah, I don't even care, it's just another day. I just get annoyed when everything starts switching to Christmas music. It's just shut up. All this fake feeling and sentiment. Uh, Anyways. Excuse me. Clancy Brown voices Mr. Crab, I believe, on SpongeBob, right? He was the captain in Shawshank Redemption. Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, it's cool of him to do a cartoon character. Oh, did anyone see the last SpongeBob movie? It was like CG. How was that? Does anyone know? I'm kind of curious to see it. No, I don't take sleeping pills. I don't need to. That was what it was called, sponge out of water. But anyways, yeah, I don't need sleeping pills. I can fall asleep whenever, pretty much. All right, Jake. Thanks again for the donation. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, I'm just going to try and write at least like 3 pages notes. I only did like a page today, and it was pretty quick because I had a bunch of ideas already. Or actually, no, I figured out the ideas as I was writing. Yeah, anyways, I'm getting tired, and really I should have been asleep a while ago, so thanks for watching it, everyone. Bye.